Hello, everybody. Welcome to the ASTE Community Connect live stream, Ugly Sweater Edition. I'm Melody, and this is Anthony, my co-host.
Hello.
Yes.
Look at that. It's pretty faded.
That is so ugly. It looks like it's supposed to be inside. It looks like it's inside out, Anthony.
No, it's not. It's just that's how ugly it is. It's not even. I don't even know where I got this from.
And I hope that you, if you were in education, I'm sure that you had an opportunity to wear your ugly sweater this week. My ugly sweater is actually, why they have ugly sweaters. It's from 1996. It has holes in it and everything.
Wait, let me see.
Yeah, you can't see too much of it. And I have one shoulder pad left. It's a Christmas tree. It has bear presents on the end. It's a lot. It's a lot to look at in person. I've won ugly sweater contest competitions with this one, but now I'm afraid to wear it because it has holes in it, because I think that I let my daughter borrow it last year. She might have pulled one of the shoulder pads out. But anyway, how are you, Anthony?
I am doing fantastic. Yeah. All is well here. It is cold here, but I hear not as cold as it is in other parts of the state. Juneau broke a record recently, -7, I think.
Oh my gosh.
There, and then where you're at, it is freezing cold, right?
Yes, it is absolutely. I think it's like 5 degrees. I don't know. I try not to go outside. It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's like frozen hell right now where we are. But
yeah.
Yes.
But happy winter solstice. It's only better from here on in. We are going to increase the amount of daylight every day from here until woot. So that's really exciting.
Yeah, but if you come to ASTE anyway, there'll be more sunlight by then or whatever. So don't be discouraged. It is very cold right here, but not very snowy. We don't have a ton of snow.
Oh no.
Yeah,
we still have snow. It's all covered in like dirt and Katmai eruption dust, but still got snow on the ground.
All right, and you know what, Anthony? I totally forgot. We have a surprise co-host today.
We do. Yes. Who is our surprise
co-host? Tanner. Hey, Faye. Hey,
hi, everybody.
Hello. Faye is one of our board members, our ASTE board members from DEED. She works with DEED. So Faye, tell us a little bit about you and what you do with DEED.
All right. Hi, everyone. Happy holidays. My name is Faye Tanner. I am a program coordinator with the Department of Education, and I work in the school finance group. Have a wonderful team. We help school with all different kinds of grants and federal funding and state funding.
Awesome. Wonderful. Well, we're glad you're here. And before we have quite a few guests here today. And Anthony, do you want to share any ASTE updates?
Updates. So we're scheduling after this to finalize the schedule, and it's my hope that the full schedule is going to be released where you could start signing up for sessions. And you could do that over the break. Where scheduling team is working really hard to make that happen. So keep an eye out for that. It's amazing too to see our registrations just consistently tick up. So we're really appreciative of the people out there who really want to come and network and participate and have that professional development. So feel free to share the link out with your colleagues, invite others to join. It is really a phenomenal experience. Additionally, we have our IDITA contest is going, and it is going strong. We'll have more information later about Book Creator, how you could use that to submit your IDITA contest. All of the rubrics are there on our website on iditacontest.org or ASTE.org. You could find it. And then you can also, was recently updated with standards alignment. So if you wanted to engage your students with those projects and you weren't sure what standards those projects hit, you could take a look at the list of standards on there. So that's really helpful. What else awards. Nominations is open. We invite you to nominate teacher, administrator, IT professional, as well as students who are making big impacts or big changes in your community with technology. So that's another great opportunity. Hello, welcome. And then as well, let's see. The other thing too, board nominations. So I don't know if you know, but the ASTE board is probably one of the best nonprofit boards in Alaska. Don't tell anyone else that I said that. We have a lot of fun. We do a lot of really amazing things to support educators, and we invite you to go to our website and consider joining our ASTE board. We're looking for various different positions on the board, and you could be the next leader for educational technology in Alaska. Those are my updates. And Faye, I'd be interested, what are your thoughts on being on the board of ASTE?
I think it's a wonderful opportunity. So I first came to ASTE as a presenter from Indeed. And then it was a great honor to serve on the board. And it's just a bunch of people full of energy and really wanted to help promote technology education and also just improve ourselves and to be a better community members or whatever we can for our students as well. So I love my experience on the board.
Yep. Yeah.
We're so glad you're on the board, Faye. And one of our most faithful ASTE members, Pam, thank you for joining in. She says that ASTE is one of her favorite conferences of all time. I mean, I ad-libbed that. But anyway, thank you for joining. I love it. We are on a little bit. I'm sorry. I got caught up in this. I am not speaking Spanish.
Bueno, si quieren ir con nosotros, ir a ASTE, esto sería muy buenísimo. Si estás parte de la educación de los estudiantes de los niveles más jóvenes hacia los secundarios, te invitamos a ir con nosotros.
Wonderful, wonderful. I love it. I love that so much. Thank you, Anthony.
Beautiful language.
Yes. You where's all the hats? He has a Santa hat on today, but ladies and gentlemen, this guy can do anything. Awesome. Well, we are going to bring up our first guest because he's on a time crunch. He's a very popular man, especially because today he's Santa Claus, and you know Santa Claus is very much in demand. But he is one half of our featured speakers from EduProtocols. John Carippo is here with us today. John, how are you? Tell us where you're coming in from. Tell us a little bit about EduProtocols and what we can expect from when you come to ASTE.
I'm going Hawaiian. Mele kabliki maka. That's all the Hawaiian I know, but I had to compete. I had to be second language capable. And I like some of our guests, I didn't have an ugly sweater, but this is my circa 1999 classroom only Santa hat. Nice. Just for you guys. My kids hate it when I wear it, so I wear it more. They're like, Dad, I can't put this picture on the internet. And I'm like, yes, you can. I believe. So I've only been to Alaska twice. I got to do a little Inside Passage cruise a few years ago, which I know doesn't represent the true Alaska, but it was fantastic. I live near Yosemite National Park, and when we were on that cruise, it was like they had turned Yosemite into a lake, and I was cruising down the middle of it. So it was so exotic and foreign, and yet wildly familiar at the same time. So I have such good feelings about that. And then Jake, who you guys see in the little header there, Jake and I went up to a little place called Anchorage, and we did some PD. When was that? Was it last spring, Melody? Like last?
The one where we got to meet up?
Yeah, I think it was May.
Oh, it was right before school started, like 2 days before school started.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so May, August, whatever. And so the long and short story is I fell in love with Kaladi Brothers Coffee, and I've been doing anything I can to get back to Alaska for that. Mm-hmm. So we started talking to Melody about this, and we're just so excited to join and just be in such a fabulous, fantastic area. And that's coming from a guy, who lives right. I'm like 40 minutes outside the gate of Yosemite, but when I go to Alaska, it's still jaw dropping. The beauty of your state is fantastic. So, and then the week before that, we're in North Dakota. So Jake and I are going to make like a Frozen tour poster, limited edition.
I love it.
We're going to get our freeze on. And in this scenario, I am Olaf, so that's just my vibe. In case you're new to me, but basically speaking, what we do with EduProtocols. Here's the first thing I want to tell you guys. This is the first big point I want to make. When teachers feel their class control slipping away, when they feel that the kids are too 670, when they feel that the kids are unengaged, when they feel that they're working too much at night and on weekends, okay, I want everybody to just really take a moment and think about this. Better pedagogy is free. You do not have to wait for your district to train you to be a better teacher. You can do it yourself for free. And I'm just here to tell you guys, that's what I did. I worked in a tiny little 2-school district. We were lucky to get 1 day of crappy PD in the cafeteria every year. And I said, I have got to change this, or it's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy that when I wake up 25 years from now, I will say, you know, I never really got how teaching worked, but I sure do enjoy being retired. And I didn't want that to be my outcome. And so since we're such a tiny little school district, there was no money. So I just started, and Melody, I think you can comment on this. I started going to events. I would go to events and I would speak for free because I was getting better at teaching. So that's the baseline for EduProtocols. It's free pedagogy. You can teach better. And you guys, I want you, again, just dwell on this for a moment. When's the last time that your superintendent or principal came to the staff meeting and said, we're up 35 points in state testing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That would be never.
Right.
Right? How about 25? How about 15? And so we're talking about 25 to 40 points of growth. And then a lot of people make the extrapolation. Oh, to be that good, I got to work 90 hours a week. And you don't. And so over the last 25 years, I've been working on a systematic pedagogical approach to a classroom instruction that is not only more fun, it's way more effective. And you are actually going to work nights and weekends less. And then in the last year and a half now with AI, we're actually doubling and tripling teacher productivity. And so that's what I want to come up and share with you guys at the event. Hopefully that sounds interesting to people.
It does. I will say that, John, I used to run into you at conferences all the time in a former position that I had. And something that I love when it comes to educational technology is that EduProtocols blends in with all your favorite platforms. You guys have found a way to do EduProtocols through like Nearpod, Snorkel. Throw some more out there for me.
Pear Deck, Class Companion, like pretty much any platform you like, we're in it. And so, yes, on cafeteria chairs, yes, because that's not very uplifting. I'm totally down with that, Pamela. And so, and the way we got the Alaska connection going is very interesting. Jake and Brant are friends. He's a principal up north, you guys. And I almost said Whittier, but it's not Whittier. But I've been to Whittier, so I know about...
Palmer, is it Palmer? It's in Matanuska.
Yeah, and anyways, they're old friends, and Brant saw that Jake was doing an event at Laguna Beach in California, and they're like, you know what, we're going to hop on a plane and go check this out. So they came down to our annual event in Laguna Beach, and they were like, oh my God, you're blowing my mind right now. So much so that they asked us to come back up and start training the rest of the staff. So, and I want to be clear, I don't want to sound bait and switchy. Yes, there's books you can buy. We have EduProtocols books. We sold about 90,000, but I'm not here to sell books. That takes care of itself. And yes, people say, will you come to our school? Yeah, we go do PD. Yeah, that's great. No problem. But one of my things, and you know this, Melody, I'm all about the free lifetime tech support. You can email me or text me, and I will engage you and help you as much as you want for free, because I believe if I was an NFL coach and Dimi called me and said I need some help, what would I do? If I was youth pastor and Melody said these kids are driving me, I think we should extend that same logic to teaching. So anybody that's brave enough to drop me an email or text, and I include nights and weekends, I'll help people whenever. So to get back to the protocol piece, because I need to provide clarity before I time out, I want you guys to visualize a Venn diagram. What grade level?
Third grade.
Any grade level.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. What subject?
Any.
So protocols work the same way. They are just yes, 6, 7. Good job. They are just pedagogical. They are 6 or 7. Yeah. They are pedagogical practices which work with any curriculum, which work with any subject matter, which work at any grade level. It's kind of like a mindset shift of teaching. And I'll give you guys a couple of quick ones here. Do you guys remember the good old KWL, right?
Yes.
Know, want to know, learn. Okay, so when I got out of teaching classes, I did that for about a week, and I was like, bro, I cannot be spending 25 minutes on this. This is not good. And then the way they taught me was responsibility sticks, which look a lot like popsicle sticks.
Yes.
And so then I realized when I was quizzing kids, I was actually activating their amygdala, because they weren't thinking high level. You know what they were thinking? Don't pick me, don't pick me, don't pick me, don't pick me. And then I picked Melody, and she's like, blah, 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 blah. And I got, man, these kids are not that smart. So now I'm downsizing my perception of the kids because of the way I'm doing it.
Right.
So guess how we do it now, you guys? We have a thing called thin slides. 1 picture, 1 word or phrase, 3 minutes. Ready, go. And you can do it in Google Slides, which is fantastic, or you can do it like in Snorkel, which is fantastic. But like, just if you're a Padlet user, imagine this, just tell the kids 1 picture, 1 word or phrase, explaining why, and go. And today's word is parallel. And just like that, all 30 kids are working because they're not afraid that I'm going to call on them to speak out loud.
Right.
At the end of the 3 minutes, you get 4 seconds per kid. Now, why 4 seconds? Well, some kids are like Melody, and I need them to stop talking after 3.5 seconds. And other kids are like, other people who are more polite in this session, and maybe they're a little bit of an introvert. So all they got to do is 3 seconds. So it's concise. Boom, boom, boom. And just like that, all the kids have done all the work to explain parallel. And I'm just running that show. Another quick example. You guys have heard of think, pair, share, right? Sounds good. The problem is it's all verbal. There's nothing to turn in and correct. And it'll take 20 or 30 minutes. And then when I say, Melody, what did you pick? Then she's like, oh, well, they already said mine, so I don't have to participate. So our version of Think, Pair, Share is Cyber Sandwich, which goes like this. Each student will read independently. Each student will read independently. Then each student will take some notes. What are 4 or 5 things from this article that strike your interest?
Or 6 or 7 things.
Or 6 or 7, 6-7, 6, 7, 7, 8, whatever. Now what happens is the kids have actively read, they've taken notes. Now I pair them up. Now you talk about your notes with the other student. And on this, for middle school, this is good because it's a chance to be social, right? But with a product, because what they're building is they take one person's notes here, put the other person's notes here, and they build a blend in the middle. So what things do we answer? Now remember the thin slide, I'm going to go around and I'm going to hit each pair, but each pair only gets 7 seconds. Ready? Go. What's your takeaway? Good. What's your takeaway? Good. 15 times 7 is only like 2 minutes. So the whip around only takes 2 minutes. Now, final step. We've read, we've taken notes, we've compared notes. I've done error correction, right? And I don't talk on this activity until after the notes. I want to know what they can do by themselves. And then I'll put them in Snorkel or Class Companion or a Google form. Write a paragraph about what you know about this. Now, what's the accountability? 100%. When's the feedback? Immediate. What are we doing tomorrow? Same thing. That's why when my kids get to the state test, and it's not just me, they've told dozens of teachers, it's just another work day because we're preparing them for what the real game looks like. So those are a couple baseline protocols. And again, I just gave those away for free. Right. There's around 100 EduProtocols. Jake and I are coming up to do, God, how many sessions? Like 20 sessions, Melody? So if you go to the event, you can literally just bring a little LED campfire and just camp out in our room, bring your camp chair and some cozy shoes and just kick it with us all day. And we'll give you all of that for free. And you don't need to buy anything else. Now, you can get your principal to bring me back because I love Kaladi coffee, but I will support you for free either way, because the problem is, and I'm going to wrap up my soliloquy here, you guys. I've been in about 1,000 classrooms in the last 4 years in 7 states and 4 countries. What I do with my PD is I take over your classroom and I'll let you see what it looks like when I do the thing with your kids. And here's what I've noticed, you guys. I could go anywhere on the planet and totally win at this schema. And that's because everybody teaches the same way. Like, you think your school is unique? There's a school in Wyoming, they do it the same way as you. There's a school in Florida. You guys were almost all doing it the same way, and it's not working anywhere, which is why our profession just feels so put upon. Let's just be logical. If there's nobody who has figured out to make school amazing, what can we take from that logically? We're doing it the wrong way. It's not the teachers, and I'm not teacher shaming here. It's not the teachers and it's not the kids. It's the way we do it. It is the pedagogical interaction between the kid and the teacher. That is where the wheels are falling off. And guess what? I got bad news. Next year's going to be worse, because kid culture goes like this and teaching culture goes like this, which means the gap will be bigger every year. And like, I see teachers all the time saying, the kids won't listen. Welcome to my life, bro. If you pick up the tempo and you do things repeatedly so they don't need instructions, these are the same kids that wake up at 4 a.m. to go to cheerleading camp. These are the same kids that go to soccer camp 5 days in a row and say, yes, coach. But we put them in the classroom setting, they don't get it. And that's because we are out of step with what humanity needs for right now. So there's my little gospel for Sunday morning.
I just want that mind blown. That's amazing. We are so honored to have you both to share that knowledge with educators. And I do, one thing that really resonates with me is that quick turnaround. Yes, you know, I need time to process, and like, I should have that time outside of whatever that direct activity is. But that idea of that think, pair, share turned into the quick turnaround is so crucial, because I know I, as a student, did not like think, pair, share, and I know my students did not.
Students hate it.
If you're middle introvert or lower, it is horrible.
Like, oh
and
my
how
God.
many of us do this as adults? To your point, how many we go to a conference, right? And the keynote says shoulder partners, and the whole room of adults goes blah. I'm not doing nothing, bro. I am doing no such thing, because we know it's a scam.
Exactly.
But if you do a keynote and put everybody in Padlet and say, get in there and vote for each other's thoughts, it's like an explosion, because they know somebody will see what they're doing. And kids hate being anonymized. They hate it.
You know, John, and I love that what you're saying, because I think the best of ed tech is what makes us closer as a community and makes all voices heard. So thank you for really, spotlighting that, because that's the only reason that technology is amazing. I mean, really, for me, I don't love technology just because it's technology. I love it when it makes everybody feel seen and heard and valued. So thank you for sharing that.
And people say that same thing to me all the time, Melody. They're like, John, you're so techie. I'm like, no, you know what? If I was putting sprinklers in my yard, I could do it with a spoon. I could get out there on my hands and knees with a spoon and dig that trench. Or I could get a shovel. Or I could now if I do it with a spoon, it's 3 weekends, 5 weekends. If I do it with a shovel, it's a whole weekend. Or I can go right down to Lowe's and rent me a trencher and do it in 20 minutes and be watching football by noon. That doesn't mean that I'm a tractor operator. It means I want my life back. And so we got to separate those things out.
For sure, for sure. All right. Well, I hope that you guys will come check out EduProtocols, check out John's sessions. We'll have them up pretty soon. He really does light up the room. I love John. I don't know that I've ever left the presence of John and felt heavier. Like, he always makes me feel lighter. I want to say that because I forgot to say that in our introduction. But John, I'm so glad that you're coming. You're amazing. And even though Jay couldn't be here, he made a little video. I'm going to try to share it.
I want to see it. Let me see this video.
There we go.
Sorry I couldn't come to your ugly sweater party today, but I am so stinking excited to see you at ASTE in February. And if you're worried about this California boy, I already ordered some new Sorel boots to come on up there. We're going to be sharing so much rad stuff with EduProtocols, Learning Genie, artificial intelligence. It's going to be a good time. See you there.
Awesome. Okay. Did it? I hope it
Yeah,
worked.
and unlike
Awesome.
Jake, I already own Sorels. I'm not the city boy who's got to go buy Sorels. I've already got those.
Well, thank you so much for coming. I hope everybody will check out EduProtocols. You have also a thriving online community on Facebook, and just put EduProtocols in and you will find them. I'm a part of that community, and I think it's an amazing and growing community. Very right on to what we're struggling with.
Look for EduProtocols community. It's all free. Over 23,000 teachers in there sharing and being positive about real results. So
that's right.
I got to go wrap presents now. Nice to meet all you guys.
Holidays.
I'll see you in February.
Thank you so much.
Bye, John.
Bye-bye.
All right. Well, thank you for that. Was amazing. I'm already like, oh yes, we got to go to those.
Let's go. I want to go to this ASTE conference. Oh wait.
Yes,
absolutely. I'm excited.
Me too. Me too. All right. Anthony, will you please introduce our next couple of guests?
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are so excited to feature our closing keynote, the Chickaloonies, Dimi and Casey. Welcome to the stage. If you were at ASTE last year, we had the great pleasure of having these two gentlemen there. And if you were in the ballroom, you saw them doing a lot of drawing, something that I am extremely passionate about and love the idea of creativity. They have comic books. They've worked with schools throughout Alaska and Seattle and beyond. Gentlemen, please introduce yourselves. We start with Casey. Where are you from? What do you do? Why are you coming to ASTE?
Sure. Hey, everybody. My name is Casey Silver, and I'm one half of Chickaloonies. And I'm from the smallest town of the smallest state. I'm from Newport, Rhode Island. And I got to visit Alaska a few years ago in conjunction with our first book tour for Chickaloonies. And it was a magical place that I never knew I needed to visit. And I always feel at home when I come there. And so I'm a storyteller, artist, writer, and we teach students of all ages how to tell stories. And we're trying to inspire the next generation of storytellers, because stories are not only how we learn, but they are what connect all of us. And Alaska especially is a place that has a lot of amazing stories. And we were at ASTE last year, as Anthony said, and we had really an amazing time. We didn't know what to expect. That was actually our first educational kind of conference that we went to, and it was so cool to connect with people and to kind of just see this world and hear everyone's ideas and how everyone's kind of working together for a common goal, which is really cool. But you guys made it a lot of fun, and we felt very comfortable, and it was very exciting. And we're honored to come back as the keynote on, I think, Sunday, the third day or Monday, for the closing keynote to kind of close out the thing. But we appreciate you guys inviting us, and we're really excited to be here.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, I was going to say your closing keynote is on Monday. We can't wait.
Yep.
Hey, Willie Jane. My name is Dimi. I'm a third generation Athabascan storyteller from Alaska. I guess you could say I'm from the biggest city in the biggest state, to piggyback off what Casey said. But I grew up, I went to Alaska's first tribally run K-12 school called Yanida'a School as a kid. My grandma started that school. And I've always had a passion for art and comic books, and storytelling has been a huge part of my life ever since I was a kid. I grew up hearing our traditional stories. Grandma called Yanida'a stories, which were the name of the school, and that means ancient teachings. So stories are a way to teach, and I really found that there was a good connection last year with the Story Bites theme of ASTE that just kind of resonated with us and what we're doing currently. I always wanted to be a comic book artist, and halfway across the country or all the way across the country, Casey also wanted to be a comic book artist. And we had our own separate strengths, and it wasn't until we linked up together in 2010 and formed our collaboration that we were able to bring that dream to life. And we've been self-publishing and making comic books for the better part of 2 decades. Chickaloonies we did over COVID, and it has been kind of an exploration into our collaboration. Really, the theme of what we're doing is about storytelling and collaboration. and taking kind of like our collaboration of almost 15, 20 years now, and turning that into a story has been a way for us to connect with kids. And it's actually given us this opportunity to become kind of teachers and educators. We never really, thought we would be doing this, but we found that taking the themes of collaboration and storytelling and imagination from the book and presenting it to kids in classrooms throughout Alaska, all the way down to Utah, we've really been able to connect and kind of share some of the magic of what we do and make it accessible to kids who also have a dream of wanting to be creative and doing, artistic and creative things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's an incredibly powerful thing. I am a huge advocate of the arts as a way to express oneself, whether that be through drawing, through theater, storytelling, music, whatever it happens to be. That is the most core element of us as human beings. And I thought that it was appropriate too to invite you both to come to the conference because of the connection with our librarians in the state and the importance of the stories that you tell and how accessible graphic novels are to readers of all ages, even adults. So really grateful for that. Any experiences or things that you've done in Alaska that have been notable?
Let's see. I mean, over the last year, we since ASTE, we have done a ton of workshops. We have actually, it was really cool, in May alone, we did 29 workshops in 30 days. We went to 4 different school districts. We did Anchorage, Matsu, Kenai. We even took a boat to Tyonek. We flew on a plane to Nanook. Is that right? Yep. And we taught over at least 1,000, 1,500 kids in 1 month. And it was really cool to hear the last presenter talk, and having someone who's been in teaching for 25 years and somebody who sees that the system is not working the way it's meant to be. That's what we saw. But, we obviously never thought we'd be teachers. We're just big kids. Part of our thing is we can come to your classrooms and we connect with the kids. They can tell that we're not adults. They look at our shoes. I've got like sneakers on. They're like, hey, your shoes are cool. I'm like, well, your shoes are cooler, kind of thing. And it's awesome to be able to, take this idea of being able to bring another perspective to teaching, to obviously not in any way try and kind of approach it like John was, where he's got the experience of all these years of these specific things that you guys talk about. We're kind of coming at it from a way of how to empower your students with stories, to let them express their story, because no one else has another story like them in their own voice. To be able to express that uniquely in the way that they do it, in the time that they do it, to be able to work with students in different ways. That's hard because it's just it's one size fits all with schools. And we can't tell you how many schools we've gone into where after we've done one of our workshops, had the difference, in the students and what John was talking about, which is the collaboration between not only each other, but students and teacher. Because that's really what it is if you have a good teacher, that makes all the difference. Both of us are here probably because we had certain mentors, and then whether that's a teacher or not, but somebody who's willing to take the time to work with you, but do it on your kind of level. Exactly. Different experiences, different perspectives, and being able to show kids at a younger age that there are different experiences. We were able to take Dimi's history, Dimi's, lineage, Dimi's family, all of these stories, all of these generation of storytellers, stories that came from the land that literally where ASTE is on, and be able to bring them all the way from the campfire to that digital campfire, to the future, using technology, using AI, not being afraid of AI, collaborating with AI, treating it like a co-creator, using it as more than just a tool, as something that we can help build all together. All of the information that all of us learn, it goes into it, and everybody's able to benefit from it. It's a matter, though, of how you're able to deliver it, how you're able to present it, and that is what we do. It's our collaboration, the idea of taking what, we do in the comic book, which is about 2 best friends, one named Mr. Yelly, who talks all the time, And his other best friend, or his other friend, is Sasquatch Emoji, and he talks only in emojis. He only uses art to communicate. So you have words and pictures, and when they combine, that's the magic. And it's like both sides of your brain. Some people are creative, some people are not, but we all are. You don't realize that as humans, we are creative. Just like you said, Anthony, it's meant for us to create, whether it be art, writing, whatever it is. We try to unlock that in your students at an early age and be able to meld both sides of these brains and give two different approaches to what we're teaching. Maybe it's through words, maybe it's through pictures, but having that coming together, being able to unleash the full creativity that your students are capable of having. And sometimes it's hard to see that when you're stuck in the basic system of standardized education, I guess.
Do we have a mic? Can you just drop it? Okay.
Yeah. We are going to church, the best type of church. I'm just saying, this is great.
I know we need like an organ player. We need some like Southern Baptist church. Like put on beats and you start dancing. All right.
Pam made a good point. It does align directly with the Alaskan Library Standards.
And actually, Pam is the reason that I know those. Pam was so cool. Was last year she took me aside and she gave me this very complicated piece of paper with very small text that I was very, very overwhelmed with. And she was so nice enough to go through it and help me understand it, and being able to then take that info back to Dimi, and we worked together. And that's part of what we were able to elevate from last year to now. We've been taking everything we've learned, combining it, channeling it through our own creative vision, and trying to create a workshop and create kind of educational tools that everyone can use and that are as relevant as today, but also as ancient as the past, and knowing and seeing how those connect.
Go ahead, Faye.
So Dimi and Casey, I was wondering, in all the workshops that you did, do you see a lot of, let's say, high school juniors and seniors in your workshops?
Yeah.
Or you see a lot? Yeah, I'm just thinking, this group of kids, especially those who are applying to colleges, really, really need to hear what you guys have to help them. Because in all the college application, all the essays, what do they say? They want to hear your story. But a lot of times, juniors, seniors, they have lots of stories, but they don't know how to gather their thoughts. They don't know how to process their experience and find out what represents them the most. And even if they find that, it's very hard for them to tell that story. So I think that is such a crucial story, not only just for human communication, but also to help this special group of kids that are under a lot of stress at this time of the year, to be helping them. I mean, if they have that skill, it's going to feel so confident as they navigate through this application process. So I really appreciate what you guys have to offer.
Thank you. Yeah, we do everything from pre-K up to adults. We do teacher professional development. It's not like we don't come and spend a whole day with your students, kind of thing. But we come and teach you. We teach you the way we teach kids. We allow you to not regress, but touch back in to that creative heart that has been, hardened over by years of having to pay rent. I mean, it's terrible, and especially high school, that's specifically what we're talking about here. By the time you go to high school, by the time you're leaving, you should know how to communicate your story in your voice, in your way. I feel like that should just be a basic thing. And the fact that you're saying, that it is such an issue, because we don't know, we're not taught how to collaborate. We're not taught how to communicate. We're not taught how to think out the box. It's, do these exercises, memorize this thing, turn in this test, and move on. And it is so important to be able to, for job interviews, to get, a college application, anything. We're all storytellers. All of us are. And all we do is just try to show people that is true and gift them the confidence to find it themselves.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you.
That's great.
And
Thank you.
I just want to say, if you are being as inspired as I am, and I'm 20 plus years in this education game, and I am getting inspired just listening on our live stream, you don't have to be an Alaskan resident to come to ASTE. we have an incredible conference, and anybody from across the country or the world who wants to come in and check out what we have to offer. We spotlight educational technology, but we have amazing keynotes, just like Demi and Casey, and John and Jake, and well, there are featured speakers, and then we have Anne and Jaditza coming, and they've talked with us before. But y'all, you don't want to miss this. We have got the cream of the crop coming to share with us what it takes really to reach our students and also help us feel inspired when, man, it's not just, I don't want to say that education is a beat down for all of us, because I don't feel like beat down. I love what I'm doing. I love going to school every day. I love connecting with my second and third graders, but it becomes a lot. And I think something that is missed is just that individualization. And I think what Chickaloonies, what you guys do, Casey and Demi, is that you bring that voice back. You help us through all of the muck and the mess of what we have to do daily. You pull that creativity out. You give us our voice back and give us an opportunity to share that. And I cannot wait to hear what you guys are going to share in your closing keynote. But you also have a session, or 1 or 2 sessions. Am I right?
Yep. Yes, absolutely. We'll be doing a version of our workshop there. It's a great way to experience what your students will experience. We were told by a teacher early on, the best way to teach teachers is to teach them the same way, is just go teach them just like you're going to teach your students, let them experience it. And we did one last year, which was well attended, especially it being at like 8 in the morning, which I was very, happy. But yes, we'll have that. And actually, Dimi, there's a chance to be able to see this before ASTE in full version, if you would like. Dimi, you want to talk about the Diamond Center?
Oh, yeah. So we were asked earlier this year to help kind of design a district-wide art project that I think kids of all grades from first all the way up to high school can participate in. And it's going to be unveiled at the Diamond Mall, January 22nd.
Nice.
I'm not sure what day of the week that is, but from
I think that's a
7:30.
Tuesday.
And so, yeah, we're going to be able to, it's going to be interesting to see how it comes together.
It'll be a Thursday on the 22nd.
Nice.
Yeah, big collaboration.
Yeah, 6 to 7:30.
We'll be doing our workshop there, and it's kind of an open to the public thing. So we invite everybody to come check that out.
Yeah, and it's
That's
cool
awesome.
too. We're working with ASD on this one, and one of the ideas was they have this every year art show or so, and a lot of times it's a very, not necessarily haphazard, but you have all the kids doing different art. And you put it on there, and it can kind of become a lot. So Dimi had this great idea of how to make it cohesive. If you want to explain just real quick.
Yeah, I mean, we're sequential storytellers. We make comics. We're storytellers, visual storytellers. And so we had this idea to kind of maybe create something that was sort of like a visual narrative that you could follow. And we landed on this kind of space mission, astronaut heading to Mars. You got everything from asteroids and UFOs. I don't want to spoil it, but it should be pretty cool to see how it comes together. And I'm excited to see kind of like, this is a collaboration on a scale we've never attempted before. And like, once again, it's all about collaboration for us. So it'd be really cool to see how it comes together.
Amazing. Well, if you have any information, share it with us, or if you posted it already, we'll reshare that out with our community.
Oh, that's a good idea. We'll absolutely do that. Yeah, we'll be in Alaska from January 19th to the 30th on a workshop tour. We'll be doing workshops in ASD and the Matsu Borough and anywhere around that time. If you are interested in having us come to your school and doing a workshop anytime between January 19th and 30th, please email us. You can find our contact info on the ASTE website, or you can visit our website at chickaloonies.com, and our email is on there. We're more than happy to talk to you and explain kind of what's going on. We're coordinating with Leah Maltible from ASD and Nikki Henry from Matsu. So we're trying to make this as easy as possible. We've still got a few days open. I know the holidays are a tough time to decide what to book, but it's a great way to start off, the year with your kids, get them inspired, get them interested. And like I said, please come to the Diamond Center if you're curious about what we do, because like any good story, the best way to see it is to show what we do rather than tell you.
Wow.
I love it. I love it.
I just real quick, one thing that I wanted to say, and I had it, but then I lost it, was the connection. this world is so small. Oh, that's what I was going to say. While you're at ASTE and Matsu, be sure to remind them about this incredible conference. ASTE.
Yes.
Sure, if you want
Absolutely.
more information and connect with us. But the other thing I want to say was the small world we live in. Dimi, I met you before in Kodiak.
No way.
What is the connection in Kodiak? You were here at Aquamarine Cafe, correct?
Yeah, that's my folks' restaurant. They've had that restaurant there for almost quite a while now. But I make a visit there usually about once a year and spend about a month or so and hang out at the restaurant. My dad's been a restaurateur since before I was born. He's had restaurants all throughout Alaska, and we had that connection after we met last year, and then we both knew, my stepmom and
small world.
Yeah, small world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know for being the biggest state, it's a very small state.
Yeah.
It is.
You know?
It's like
Yes,
1 or
true.
2 degrees of separation. Yeah.
Yes.
I love it. This is so cool. I just think that if you don't come to ASTE this year, y'all, you're missing out. Like, we have an incredible lineup, and the closing keynotes, you are going to leave us like fired up. You're like, we're going to have this awesome, incredible experience, and then we're going to leave fired up, ready to go back to our classrooms. Me too, guys. I'm a classroom teacher. Like, I can't wait to put all of this into action. And I'm so glad that we get to share it with you. Now we kind of have gone over our time, but do you guys want to do a little game with us? Can you stay, or do you need to?
Yeah.
If you need to jump off.
No. It's we're happy to play games. That was one of the things I liked about ASTE was there was like fun stuff to do. And actually so just a quick thing at ASTE, we'll have a booth and we'll be doing live drawing. We'll have some of our Chickaloonies books for sale and some other things. But the coolest thing we're going to have, which we didn't have last year, which is very, very special and fun thing that people of all ages enjoy, is our emoji creation station. Our emoji creation station after Sasquatch Emoji, who speaks only in emojis. And what we have is this cool interactive thing. It's very simple, but we have blank discs. We have different bins with stickers of eyes, mouths, other weird stuff. And you get to make an emoji. And it seems really simple and fun, but emojis are a great way to identify and communicate emotion. They're one of the first things that you learn when you start talking about stories. You start talking about characters. And we found this is such a cool thing for especially adults to do because of the way it's set up. You can kind of just tap back into your creative self. Be a kid again. So we'll have fun interactive things. So our booth, I'm sorry, everybody else. Our booth is going to be the coolest booth. It's going to be obvious that you walk in, the Chickaloonies are over there. We're going to be awesome. All right. I'm sorry, but I'm just putting it out there. But yeah, so.
Awesome.
That's wonderful.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, Anthony said he'll be right back, so I'll bring him up as soon as he comes back. But it's going to be a great time, and I can't wait to visit your booth as well. All right. We're going to end this show with just a quick little would you rather. You just have to choose would you rather, and I'm going to do it, okay. And Demi lost the audio. Can you still? Okay. All right. Okay. Well, hopefully, there we go. Yay. Okay. It came back.
Yay.
See, it's like show business. The show, and we just keep going, and we just are flexible. I don't freak out about like glitches anymore. But here we go. This is just a fun little questionnaire, and I will drop the link that I use so that if you want to use it at your holiday parties, you can use this as well. Okay, so would you rather? You just have to take a second and think about it. Would you rather have a really hot holiday vacation, or with no snow, or a very snowy holiday? Which would you prefer? Like a beach holiday or a snowy holiday?
I guess I probably have to do the beach holiday, and not so much that I like the beach. I just like snow. I'm from New England. Snow is not my favorite thing in the world. It's like, as long as I have to shovel it, I guess, maybe. But yeah, a little bit more of a beach person.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Faye, what about you?
I couldn't
Demi?
hear. Can you repeat the
Yes,
question? Sorry,
Demi, would you rather have a beach holiday, like vacation, or would you rather have the snowy holiday?
Oh, beach. Any day of the week, beach. I'm like a lizard. I just lay out on the beach and read a book.
All right, Faye, what about you?
Well, I guess that's the reason I'm in Alaska, right? And this year, I guess this year is especially hard because I live in Kenai, we have no snow, and we have -9. So I like to climb up the temperature, but have white Christmas. So yes, I'd prefer white holiday, especially this time of the year.
Yeah, and Pam says snow as well. And oh, Anthony is back. Sorry, Anthony, didn't mean to keep you under. And Anthony, would you rather have a beach vacation or a snowy vacation?
I think I would rather have beaches suck. I would rather have a snowy vacation, like nice fluffy snow. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Melody, you should ask us like in July 15th, and where everybody's already put us all on the beach in Hawaii. I think everybody's probably want some snow at that time. It'd be very hot.
Okay, so on your next question, on your winter break, would you rather spend it watching movies or sledding? Sorry. So you guys,
I'm gonna go watching movies.
Trilogy. Yeah, movies.
Oh my goodness, I'd go sledding anytime.
Yeah, I'd rather watch.
I'm an outdoor person, so.
That's awesome. I would actually choose sledding if I felt like I could walk the next day. But I feel like after I go on amusement park rides and any sort of thing that shakes my body, I am usually sore for quite a few days afterwards. And the older I get, but I mean, my memories of sledding on winter break, the best. And Pam says, I love Pam, so interactive, sewing with a movie in the background. Hey, that sounds good.
Oh, that's cool.
Cozy.
Yes.
Anybody else? Anybody else have thoughts on that?
You want to keep reading? Just go bookmark.
What movies? What movie?
Movies that you get to choose.
What about that classic film Die Hard? That classic Christmas film Die Hard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have friends that consider
that.
that like a holiday movie.
It is. It totally is. I thought that argument was like done 10 years ago.
Right.
Yeah, I thought it was established. I mean.
All right, here's another one, and this is kind of. Would you rather give a store-bought gift? Actually, no. I'm gonna change this one. Would you rather receive a store-bought gift or a handmade gift? Would you rather receive store-bought or handmade?
I always enjoy handmade gifts. Sorry, always prefer those over store-bought. But I appreciate store-bought gifts as well. I think gift giving is another great way. I'm this time of the year, we have a lot of gift exchange, and it's almost always my favorite time of the year. I enjoy thinking about people and try to figure out what gift to give and see the results. And I also enjoy receiving gifts as well. So
I love it. Pam says handmade. What do you guys say? What do you men say?
I don't know. I mean, I almost always handmade unless like I really need socks or like underwear or something. Then I need those.
Are you still getting socks and underwear under the tree?
Oh, yeah, that's what I asked for. And then I don't have to buy them all year. I just
Hey,
new batch of socks and underwear every year. No, that's
okay, it works.
Yeah, handmade for sure. I mean, obviously, it's the Christmas spirit. Somebody taking the time. We've all made handmade gifts and received handmade gifts, and those are the ones that stick around the longest. Socks or a T-shirt. We're gonna look back and keep those things for more than a couple years. So,
it's true.
Yeah, handmade all the way.
Yeah, I'd agree with handmade, especially knowing that it was potentially supporting a local crafter or creator, and then you're really just boosting your local economy, and you're bringing value to someone in your community or someone out there who's creating things, and it's not just some mass marketed deal. I have a bit of qualm with the consumerism of the holidays. It's like trying to inject money into a system that normally would have a lull, but if we're supporting our local creators and crafters, I think that's really important.
Yeah,
That's
wonderful.
great. Yeah, that's super important.
For sure. Okay, one last one before we say goodbye. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who has tuned in live or who will tune in after this is gone, after we're done with the live stream. Thank you so much. Thank you to our incredible guests, Demi and Casey and John and Faye. Thank you so much. I hope you come back. But our last question, all right, and I think that this goes along with today. Would you rather make your own ugly sweater or buy it at a thrift store?
Make my own. Yeah.
I love thrifting. I'd have to go with the thrift one.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. I think I don't have skills of making shirts.
And that's why it would be ugly.
So yes,
Faye.
yes.
I would rather make it because I think that I could guarantee that it was actually an ugly sweater because I don't have any talents in that area, nor do I aspire to. So it wouldn't bother me at all to make it.
Only one thing I could say, I'm going to pop some tags. I only got 20. Okay.
Nice.
On that note,
yes.
Yeah, I hope your kids were thoroughly embarrassed on that, Anthony.
yes, right here. She's rolling her eyeballs at me.
Wow. Well, everybody, thank you guys so much for joining. Please check out chickaloonies.com, eduprotocols.com, and of course, ASTE.org/conference. Everyone is invited. Wherever this reached out into the world, you are invited to come. You don't have to be an Alaskan to come. We welcome you. It's going to be a fabulous time. We appreciate everybody who has supported our mission and our organization. We hope that you have a wonderful holiday. We'll see you again in a couple of weeks. We're going to take next week off. So we hope that everyone enjoys time with their family and has a safe and wonderful holiday season.
Yeah.
Yes, happy holidays.
Thank you, everyone.
And come to
Happy
ASTE.
holidays.
Yeah, we'll see you next year.